Something magical happens when you combine passion with skill and you just say, you know what, I'm just gonna give it a whirl and see what happens. There was a lot of people that said we couldn't do what we were trying to do. There was a lot of people that told me, how are you gonna have a designer bridal boutique, you know, in a small town? How is that ever gonna work? Or a clothing boutique. I know that if I go forward with, you know, a certain level of grit and grace, you will accomplish what you want. And you'll tell all those people that told you so. I wanted to do something where I could put my stamp and have some roots of my own. And I knew that bridal specifically is a real destination. It's a draw to people from all over. You're not just attracting customers from your immediate market. They're gonna come from 60 plus miles away. And in Iowa, you drive 40 miles for paper towels. So it was a huge target market was available to me, not just in Iowa, but Minnesota too. So Cardigan kind of came to life as I was looking at cash flow. The bridal business in the Midwest is very seasonal because we don't have great weather 12 months out of the year. So weddings are mainly happening between June and October. And then in those off seasons, which is usually Q4, is pretty quiet. That's where regular retail comes into play. So we started literally with one rack of clothing as kind of a holiday pop-up shop. And we advertise through social media. We have these great sweaters and we only have 6 of them, come and grab them. Or we have these 6 scarves and they make great gifts and we'd sell out of those. And then that grew gradually, but it started from a seed. Eventually, when 2020 hit, we put everything online. We sold a lot of sweatpants in March and April of 2020 online. And then that grew so much that I thought we can't shut this down. When we have to replace that floor space with prom dresses, we need to keep it going. We really toyed around a lot with different ways to turn product faster. I am not a person that wants to see the same inventory coming back every 6 months. So for us, it's really important to keep it fresh. Fashion is fast, it has to go. And I know I don't want to go into a store and see the same thing 6 months. I've also been a huge proponent of delegating. I have found wonderful people that a lot of them have been with me since the paint was wet. And I put a lot of faith in them to do their job well so that I can figure out how to grow the business. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and one of the things that I kind of try to live by is I want to work on my business, not in my business all the time. Otherwise, I love working with people and I love, you know, doing the fashion part of it, and that's great, but it does not get more people coming in the door. I think what excites me about owning a business is that it's creation, and I've always loved creating things. Your brand creation to me and brand presentation is kind of a nerdy way of expressing myself. That's been something that's very exciting. I think it's really cool to know that this business didn't exist 6 years ago. And then in order to get it started, I took the little bit of money that I had saved over, you know, in my 20s, and I got a loan from the bank. I wrote a great business plan that Nyack helped me put together. And none of this would have been here had I not pushed myself into doing it. I think the biggest challenge to owning your own business is finding balance, which balance is kind of an impossible, ambiguous thing, because you want to put everything you have, and you know that there's always more to give in order to make it successful, but really you have to be able to step outside, get away, see other things, experience other things in order to come back to the table with fresh ideas. My biggest supporter, number one, was my husband. If it wasn't for him, I can guarantee you I would have never done this. He's the kind of person, he dreams big, he thinks big. You know, he is able to kind of see the forest through the trees a little bit more than I. And so failure is okay. And if it wasn't gonna work, it wasn't gonna work, but at least you gave it a shot. My staff is amazing. This is our business. It's not just mine. It's always been something that we are building together and without them, there's no way we would still be going at the rate we're going. It's impossible without great people around you. I think the Nyack Papa John Center was really helpful for me to polish my idea. You know, I had a really overthought business concept in my mind. I'd been going over it since I was probably 15 years old, but I needed someone else to A, reaffirm my ideas, and B, just help me think about things a little bit differently. And honestly, it wasn't until I took that Launch and Grow program that I realized, oh, I can lean on a CPA to do my accounting. I don't have to know, you know, and feel 100% confident in building all of those materials myself. And I can rely on someone else to do, you know, the book work and the law work behind making myself, what should I be, a partnership or should I be an LLC? I don't have to research all of that on my own. I can rely on other people's expertise.